We expect that we're going to see some really good numbers coming out of that feasibility study. We expect to produce it before the end of October. While I don't have numbers, we kind of guide it people somewhere to around that 400 million net present value mark after taxes, with a capital build of about 150 million.
Hi and welcome to the Assay TV. I'm very pleased to be joined here today by Mark Brennan, CEO and Executive Chairman of Cerrado Gold. Cerrado Gold is an emerging gold mining and development company operating and building projects in South America. So thank you very much for joining us today, Mark.
Thank you very much for having me, Alice.
Great, so let's get stuck straight in. Would you mind by giving our viewers an overview of Cerrado Gold?
Sure. Cerrado currently is driving two projects very aggressively. First of all, we have our Monte Do Carmo project in Brazil, which we believe will be one of the best of breed mine productions companies in South America, for companies producing around 100,000 ounces. And what we expect there is low cost, high grade, very good profitability coming out of that, with a low capital cost as well. So we were very excited by that project. We've also been driving the Minera Don Nicolas down in Argentina in the Desierto Massif. We've taken that since we bought it in 2020 from 20,000 ounces a year to currently targeting around 60,000 ounces a year. We've reduced our cost very dramatically, and that too is a discovery asset that we're very excited by, even though we're already in production. But we're looking at Brazil to be the high value driver for our company, but at the same point, we're looking at great value coming in from Argentina.
Great, thanks, Mark. And I understand there's a feasibility study that's due in the coming weeks. So what can investors look forward to there?
Well, we expect that we're going to see some really good numbers coming out of that feasibility study. We expect to produce it before the end of October. While I don't have numbers, we kind of guide it people somewhere to around that 400 million net present value mark after taxes, with a capital build of about 150 million. So not too dissimilar from where we were with the PEA that we published in 2021, but at the same point, now at a feasibility study level, far more detailed. We've seen a little bit of loss of some value, but at the same point, we still expect that net present value to be very substantive compared to our market cap. A very significant ratio of capital cost to value, which is a really important thing. And then on top of that, what we're seeing is again being one of the low cost producers in South America. So it's a very good project for a project that's producing around 100,000 ounce mark.
Great, thank you. And the company's received export credit project finance support for up to $190 million for the Monte Do Carmo gold project. So how will this advance the project?
Well, this is a significant asset for our company, and particularly in this very difficult environment in which we're all mining companies are facing right now. As you mentioned, in April of last year, we selected the UK government and UKEF, the Export Credit Agency of the UK, to help us with the funding of Monte Do Carmo. And basically, what they're prepared to do is fund us up to 70% of our capital requirements. Our expectation is that that'll be somewhere in the region of about a $200 million request, of which they'll put up $130 million. As we've stated before, we have Sprott, who are there for approximately $40 to $50 million on a stream. So we see a large component of our capital stack, our capital requirement for construction being spoken for already. So again, we expect, we announced overnight that we have we've selected a bank to represent Cerrado and Monte Do Carmo with the UK government, with UKEF, to push us through to completion. We expect completion of this sometime in the second quarter. From that perspective, what we're looking at is Cerrado could move from an announcement of a feasibility study at the end of October. We expect our permitting to be completed and announced for construction by the end of the year. And then from there, hopefully funding by the second quarter and into construction, full on by the second quarter. So it's again a very exciting and transformational period for us.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like lots going on. So another question, the MDN project is the largest land package in the prolific Cerrado Massif. So what are the latest results here?
Well, we're very, very proud of what we've done at MDN, and basically, you know, what we're looking at is very similar to Brazil. This is still a discovery asset, and where Brazil still has lots of potential for resource growth, as we do in Argentina. But what we're looking at is a project that we've taken from 20,000 ounces to 60,000 ounces. We're very, very proud that we've actually reduced the cost, you know, from probably about $1,600 per ounce now down to around that 1,100 mark. We're hoping that we exit the year around that $1,000 mark. And if we can do that, if you look at our presentation, we are still one of the lowest cost producers in Argentina, even though we're one of the smallest mines in Argentina that's out producing. So, in terms of results, the results are good. They're sporadic because it is still very much a startup or operation. So you'll see quarter to quarter volatility. But at the same point, the long-term trend has been up. We've gone from 2,000 to 43 to 52, now to 60. Our expectation is to go to 70,000 ounces next year. We generated a lot of cash flow, about $20 million last year. Our hope is we'll do 25 to 30 million of cash flow this year. And for a company that's got a market cap of 50 million US, it's pretty significant disparity between the value of our company and the cash flow we're generating. Argentina is a different animal. We're going to see some interesting events with the election taking place on Sunday. But that situation is getting better, I think, and as we move forward. And so we're very excited that this has the possibility, the Minera Don Nicolas has the possibility to be a very significant project in Argentina. Argentina has tremendous resource growth on the Cerrado Massif. We've seen over the last 30 years about 30 million ounces being discovered. We own a big chunk of the belt, and we're pretty excited by the future potential for growth as well. So on all fronts, production, cash flow, and exploration, we're keeping our fingers crossed, and we're very excited for the future.
Great. Yeah, it sounds like a very exciting time for the company. And yeah, we certainly look forward to hearing more from you over the next few months.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.